sore. It just was, it's hard to see. So that's why my eyes are all glazed over. I'm squinting all the time. So from here on out, I'm just going to have to go by the way of the Big Lebowski. Hey everybody, welcome back. Jim here, and we're going to continue this painting that I've been working on. This is of course a bull skull. I think I called it a cow skull previously, but we're on what we call the overpainting step. This would be the underpainting, all right, which is just flat coats. Had a gold here. There's a yellow ochre, a burnt sienna, these little like leather looking sheaths that's fitting over the horn, and just some general colors. And then you see a black background, and I left some here white, and that's okay. In fact, I think I painted too much black. I'm gonna go back into it some white and put some streaks in there, so when I come back with a transparent ultramarine blue, it'll show through, and you'll see what will happen. It's awesome. But anyways, I'm going to load my brush with white. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see my earlier videos, I'm wearing shades. I apologize for that. But because my eyes are light sensitive. Okay, that's to kill me. When I turn around and start to paint, they'll probably come off. But when I'm facing the light, ooh, it's a killer. Anyways, right now, I want to put some white in here, right? Let's see. Shake some of this white craft paint. All right, 50-cent Wally World special, or $1 Hobby Lobby or Michaels. Okay. Anyways, I'm using this palette that I used last time, and this paint here is dry, except a little bit of black put on her. But this is all dry, and it's no need to throw it away and get another one. Right? Just keep using the same one. You know, kind of segregates your colors, you know, warm, cool, black, white, whatever. But keep using the same plate. That way, you know, it's less trash, easier on Mother Nature. That'll work. But anyways, I'm gonna squirt a little bit of this white in here. It's not a whole lot, right? And I take, this is a 3/4 inch flat brush, synthetic. Or you could use bristle. Bristle's fine. In fact, there's some uses for bristle in this, you know, especially with scumbling. It really helps out a lot. But anyways, I want to load up this white. There. Just kind of pull it. Don't go into the middle. Just pull it from the edge. You know, and you got like a coat like this, okay? And then I'm going to go back in here and just create some little funky looking, streaky looking stuff here, right? Kind of make it like it's all broken up. Gotta watch out for these little brush things right there. So let's see, we'll go this way, then that way, and we're just lighting this up, kind of at random. Just some little things happening here too. Kind of keep them the same direction if you can. And you can like scumble it, move it around. Right? Here's one here. In fact, I'm going around the edge. This here I want to leave dark because the light's going to come from here down, right? And I want it to be lighter on this side. All right. Let's get back into it now. Yeah, we're going to come around the sides here. Yeah. This corner a little bit. If it hits this, don't worry about it because that's just the underpainting, you know. just some things happening. Let me see, in fact right here, I want this here to be particularly light because it's going to have, this side of the skull will have some shadow, and so we will need to lighten this up so you can see the shadow better. And if this white bothers you, actually that's okay, because this is an undercoat for the ultramarine blue, and it will darken it substantially, but it'll retain the blueness because of the white underneath it. Just going around using this 3/4 inch flat. If you want to use a smaller brush, that's all right. I'm just lightening it up right there. Let me see. Picked up some more paint. Coming around. It's hard to see, huh? Let's see. Something like that. Okay. And down there like so. Crop this up here. A little bit more paint. There we go. And maybe some under here because there's going to be shadow underneath that. Right? Something like that. This little piece here coming out. There we go. A little bit right here. And this actually, I'm going to start thinning this out. Right? To leave some little things in there like that. Try to scrub it in now. Up here, I'm gonna make it a little bit bright. That's hard to see, huh? If I took my shades off, right? There we go. I can see now. All right. I'm gonna get this upper side here. Right. That. Something like that. Then I can start scrubbing. There you go. Scumball. And see anything here? Just kind of like rub it in there a little bit. And scrumble. Now if you want, just add a little bit of water on your brush, just a little bit. Dab most of it off, you know, and then go back over this, and it'll move it a little bit easier. Yeah, make it real painterly, kind of like that. I'm gonna put like a brighter piece here, something like that. Right? Maybe some underneath. We're painting the edges so that you don't really need a frame. Let's see. This might be in some shadow. I think it will be. So we'll just kind of lighten that up a little bit around this nose area here. In fact, this little section right here needs to be lighter too, because that goes up. Just kind of keeping it dark on this side, because that's where the highlight's going to be, right? So maybe this little haze up here, or something like that. So that way, from dark to light. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wash my brush, and it's almost dry. What we're going to do. All right. Okay. All right. We got all that done. That's dry. And I really want to do the background first. I really do. Get that blue put in. And because I like working back to forward, okay? So I'm going to get this ultramarine blue going. See, I mean, this dried almost, I mean, it's only been a couple minutes. That's one thing about acrylic, it dries fast. Right? Ooh, got some blue out of that. That's the end of it. That's the end of ultramarine blue. But I got it too, a little thicker, but just as transparent. I'm gonna just put a little bit of that next to it because I'll be using a lot of it. That's a good size area. So you want a lot of that blue. All right. And I'm also going to use matte medium. This is by Daler and Rowney. I don't know, but this is matte medium. Just think of it as like paint, acrylic paint, but clear. It's transparent. Comes out milky white looking, but it thins your paint, and does, and then it just dries clear, you know. But put a little bit of that in, just to give it a little bit extra translucency. Did I say it right? Translucency? I think I did. Let's see. Alright. And I'm using good old 3/4 inch flat brush. Right? Alright. So here's the blue. We got the blue here, and we got that matte medium. Alright. And I'm gonna like pick it up. This is all dry. I'm gonna pick up a good swab, mix them together. And I'm gonna start up here in the left corner, upper left corner, and just cover all the background, the black. Alright, just get all that covered in, and you'll see when I go over this area here, it'll turn lighter, while this has like a darker black, deep. It gets real deep with this black underneath that blue. So let me see. Spreading pretty good. Okay, here's the fun part though. You got to get around this edge. You know, a lot of times what you can do is you can like turn the canvas, like so, right? Pick up some more of this blue, and it makes it easier to stay within a particular line. You know, just instead of being all contorted. You don't want to be all contorted, trying, you know. You just turn the canvas to get the best angle so you can get that stroke in as clean as you can. Like, right, this is a lot easier than going across like that or something. Yeah. So make it easy on yourself. There was an artist, a TV artist back in the 80s, through the 90s, mainly 90s. You know, on PBS, and not Bob Ross, but her name was Helen Van Wyck, and she did a lot of traditional underpainting stuff, and I really enjoyed her work. You know, learned a lot from her for sure. But she had this philosophy about art that I really picked up on. And one of the things she said was, which surprised me, because most time everybody say, yeah, art's easy, it's easy, right? Well, in some respect, it depends on where you're at, you know. But she said art, painting in general is difficult. She actually admitted that art is difficult. I thought that was interesting, but what she followed it up with is that it's too difficult to paint difficultly. Right? And the meaning of that means that why make it hard on yourself and paint something in a way that it's make it harder on yourself when there's actually tools and technique to aid you in the execution of whatever you're painting, your vision, you know? But And that's what technique is for. You know, you have technique. Different tools, different way of application of the paint, scumbling. You got thick paint, thin paint, how they both react to the canvas. It's and you learn all those to make painting easier for yourself. You know, it's I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Now, if you can't follow this with this large brush, or if you bump right into it, that's okay, because we're going to be putting the overpainting over that. This is the overpainting over the background. Be the last step for as far as this back area goes. See, look how nice and deep that blue is. It's really rich. It will darken as it dries because of that black underneath it. You know, just and wherever you have white, it'll lighten. It's kind of a cool effect. All right. Yeah, that tube paint sure is nice. Scrub it in there. If you had a bristle brush, it'd probably work better. This is a synthetic. I do have some bristles. I'll break them out next time. Get down to this corner over here. Got that bottom part. Alright, then we can turn it again. Here we go. Get this all nice and get that background in there. Okay. There we go. Something like so. Just follow that line. Yeah, it's hard to talk when you're painting, you know? I mean, someone's real gabby when they're talking, telling you every little thing about not only what they're doing, but about other stuff. I mean, just mix it all in and everything. And their mouth is constantly going. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in fact, this probably makes it better so that you receive more information. But it's difficult. I have a hard time doing that. So if there's like a time period where I just stop talking, you know, it's because I'm just like really into the painting, you know. So I keep turning the canvas around. Now I'm down here. Now it makes it easier to get this edge. It's got the top of the brush right here. So how you're holding it. And I'm using the brush this way. You get that thin line first, and of course you got the thick line. So I'm getting that thin line in there just to get that edge. There we go. Then you kind of just scumble this out. Right. Pick up some more of this. Let's see. Come back in here and here. And then you got this here. And then you got the little piece of this horn right here. Let's see. Yeah. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Keep it loose. You do want to see stuff happening, you know, brush strokes and in the back, so it's just not like a flat surface, you know, unless that's what you want. It's that flat. I've done plenty of those. You know, but in this instance, we're just keeping it loose, letting some of these brush strokes show. Yeah. Let's see, get this right here. All right. Let's see. And could use a smaller brush. No, I think this will do it. Yeah. Oh, that was tight. I'm going between. This is like a broken bone right here, right? Give me a little bit more paint for this. Let's see. Going in between, because there's a little bit of blue back here, because it's kind of like a hollow area. There you go. I push that back. And yeah, alright. Well, it looks like I poured out just about the right amount of blue. Now, if it starts getting tacky, just put the smallest amount of water on your brush, just the smallest amount, and it'll help that blue spread a little easier. Thin it down that way too. I got a pretty solid coat on there. Alright. Especially when you get to a light area, you can add a little bit more water to make it thinner, so that that light shows through even more. In fact, let's see, I turn this again. Let's see. Alright. So I need to get under here. Alright. And then just come around, follow that edge. Come back down this way, yeah. There we go. Come back down this way. There we go. Let's just kind of scrub that in. We're loose. Alright. Yeah, I need a little bit more water. Just a little bit. I'm going to dab the excess water out. Alright. This here, I'm just going to, hopefully I got enough blue. Okay, that might have ran out. Alright. I have run out of blue. I'll put a little bit more water. It'll spread a little bit better here anyways. There you go. And thin it down. Get this corner real good. Get that edge. Get it all blued out. Blues Clues. Blues Clues. Alright. Just pack it. Man, I just piled it on there, didn't I? See, it don't matter. Got that edge covered. Get this bottom part. And really hitting this bottom of the pile with this blue, scraping, trying to get every little bit out off my palette here. Here we go. There. There you go. Now, just kind of go over it, and if there's any like big piles, knock it down. Keep your brush kind of like going different directions, little X's if you want to call it that. Yeah, dark over here. See how that background where it was white showing like a bright blue? Just little crisscross strokes and stuff. All right, I'm gonna wash my brush. And you know, I'm going to let that dry. So I'll be back in a minute. Maybe give me a drink. Root beer. See you in a minute.